1930 World Cup. Have you ever wondered how the World Cup, this gigantic competition that unites millions of people around the world, began? In 1930, in a world still shaken by the Great Depression, a small South American country with just over 2 million inhabitants accepted a seemingly impossible challenge to organize the first World Cup in history. That country was Uruguay, a place where the passion for football was strong, even in difficult times. But the road to this first World Cup was not easy. The idea of creating an international football tournament was viewed with skepticism by many. After all, how could an event of this magnitude be held in the midst of a global economic crisis? That's when Jules Rimet, then president of FIFA, entered the scene. Rimet believed that football had the power to unite nations, overcome differences, and bring hope. With this vision in mind, he decided to move forward, betting everything on holding the World Cup. Uruguay was chosen as the host country not only because of its footballing history. The country was a two-time Olympic champion, but also because it was celebrating the centenary of its independence. This gave the event a special meaning, both for the Uruguayan people and for the football world. However, the challenges were immense. The European teams had to cross the Atlantic on long and tiring journeys by ship, and the country had to build a monumental stadium in record time. The Centenario Stadium in Montevideo became a symbol of perseverance and determination. In total, 13 teams from different parts of the world took part in this first edition. Each team brought its own story, its own passion for football, and together, they created unforgettable moments. The final between Uruguay and Argentina, played in front of a fervent crowd, was the climax of a tournament that exceeded all expectations. When the final whistle blew, Uruguay was crowned champion, and the world witnessed the dawn of a new era in football. But what makes this story so special? Perhaps it's the fact that it shows us how football is much more than just a game. It's a passion that moves nations, that unites people from different cultures, and that has the power to overcome the greatest challenges. Looking back, we see that the 1930 World Cup was the starting point of an incredible journey that continues to this day. Now, imagine being there, in Montevideo, in the middle of that crowd, feeling the excitement of every move, every goal, every victory. What would you feel? What would it be like to witness the birth of a legend up close? That's the story we're going to explore today. Stay with me and delve into the exciting journey that gave rise to the World Cup, the tournament that forever changed the history of football. If you love football and want to discover the roots of this sport that unites the world, this video is for you. And at the end, don't forget to share in the comments which part of this story moved you the most.
It's 1930. The world is a different place. The Great Depression is in full swing and people are looking for hope and distraction. Radios are the hot new thing. Talking pictures? Downright revolutionary. Entertainment is evolving rapidly. But something else is about to capture the globe's attention. The first ever FIFA World Cup. A new era in sports is dawning. This wasn't just about kicking a ball around. It was about uniting nations through sport. This was about national pride. It was about dreams. It was about showing the world what your country could achieve. It was about the beautiful game finally getting its due on the world stage. Football was ready to shine. Before 1930, international football was mostly small scale. Local matches were the norm. The Olympics had a tournament, but it was often overshadowed by other sports. Football needed its own grand event. FIFA, football's governing body, wanted something bigger, something grander. They envisioned a global competition. They wanted a tournament that would captivate the entire planet, a spectacle that would bring people together. And so the idea for the World Cup was born, a dream that would soon become reality. Uruguay, a small South American nation, might seem like an odd choice to host the inaugural tournament, but there was a reason. But Uruguay was a football powerhouse. Their passion for the game was unmatched. They had won the previous 2 Olympic gold medals, proving their dominance in the sport. They were ready to host. The 1930 World Cup wasn't just a tournament, it was a statement, a declaration of football's global importance. It declared that football was more than just a game. It was a unifying force. It was a global phenomenon ready to take center stage. The world was about to witness history in the making. Every great story needs a visionary leader, someone who can see beyond the present and imagine a brighter future. For the World Cup, that leader was Jules Rimet, a man whose passion for football knew no bounds. Rimet was a French football administrator who served as FIFA's president for over 30 years, guiding the organization through its formative years. He had a dream to create a tournament that would unite the world through football, a sport he believed could foster global unity. Rimet believed in the power of sport to transcend borders and cultures, to bring people together in a way that nothing else could. He saw football as a universal language, a way to bring people together regardless of their differences, fostering mutual respect and understanding. The World Cup was his brainchild, his gift to the world, a testament to his unwavering belief in the unifying power of sport. Rimet faced opposition and skepticism from many quarters. Many doubted the feasibility of such a grand tournament, questioning whether it could ever be successfully organized. The world was still recovering from World War I, and international travel was difficult and expensive. But Rimet was undeterred, driven by his vision. He poured his heart and soul into making his dream a reality, working tirelessly to overcome every obstacle. Rimet's vision and determination paved the way for the first World Cup, held in Uruguay in 1930, a landmark event in the history of sport. His legacy lives on in the tournament that continues to captivate billions around the world, a true celebration of global unity and the beautiful game. Several nations vied to host the first World Cup, but Uruguay presented a compelling case. They were the reigning Olympic champions, a testament to their footballing prowess. Plus, 1930 marked the centenary of Uruguay's independence. Hosting the World Cup would be the perfect way to celebrate. Uruguay's bid included a promise to cover all participating teams' travel expenses. This was a major incentive, especially for the European nations facing a long and costly journey across the Atlantic. In the end, FIFA awarded the hosting rights to Uruguay. It was a decision that would shape the future of football. Organizing the first World Cup was no easy feat. Remember, this was 1930. No email, no Zoom calls, no fancy project management software. Everything was done through letters, telegrams, and face-to-face meetings. Uruguay faced a tight deadline to prepare for the tournament. Stadiums had to be built or renovated to accommodate the teams and fans. The iconic Estadio Centenario, built specifically for the World Cup, was a testament to Uruguay's commitment to hosting a world-class event. Despite the challenges, Uruguay pulled it off. They transformed their nation into a global football destination. Section 5, Across the Atlantic. European teams. Brave the journey. Imagine traveling for weeks by ship just to play a football match. That's what the European teams had to do to participate in the first World Cup. 4 European nations, Belgium, France, Romania and Yugoslavia, made the arduous journey to Uruguay. They sailed across the Atlantic, their ships carrying not just athletes but also the hopes and dreams of their nations. This was no pleasure cruise. The journey was long, cramped and fraught with seasickness, but the players were undeterred. They were on a mission to showcase their skills and make history in this inaugural tournament. Section 6. Stars are born, the emergence of legends. Every World Cup introduces new stars to the world, and the 1930 tournament was no exception. Players like Uruguay's José Nasazzi, Argentina's Guillermo Stabile, and the United States' Bert Patenaude etched their names into football history. Nasazzi, Uruguay's captain, was a fierce defender and an inspirational leader. He led his team to victory with his unwavering determination and tactical acumen. Stabile, Argentina's star striker, finished the tournament as the top scorer, showcasing his clinical finishing ability, and Patenaude, a talented forward from the United States, scored the first hat-trick in World Cup history, a feat that cemented his legacy in the sport. These players and many others became the first in a long line of World Cup legends. Their performances captivated fans and inspired future generations of footballers. Section 7, the final countdown, Uruguay versus Argentina. The 1930 World Cup culminated in a dream final, Uruguay versus Argentina. The two South American rivals were the tournament's best teams, and their clash was a fitting finale to this historic event. The rivalry between Uruguay and Argentina ran deep. They were not just neighbours, but also fierce competitors on the football pitch. The tension was palpable as the two teams prepared to battle it out for the title of world champions. The Estadio Centenario was packed to the rafters. Over 90,000 fans created an electric atmosphere, their cheers and chants echoing through the stadium. The stage was set for an unforgettable showdown. Section 8, a champion crowned Uruguay's historic victory. The final match between Uruguay and Argentina was a tense and dramatic affair. Uruguay took an early lead, but Argentina fought back, setting the stage for a nail-biting finish. In the end, Uruguay emerged victorious, winning 4-2 in front of their ecstatic home crowd. The final whistle sparked wild celebrations across the nation. Uruguay had done it. They were the first ever FIFA World Cup champions. The victory cemented Uruguay's status as a footballing powerhouse. It also marked the beginning of a new era in the sport, an era dominated by the FIFA World Cup. Section 9. A legacy forged. The impact of the first World Cup. The 1930 World Cup may seem like a distant memory, but its legacy continues to shape the world of football. It established the tournament as the pinnacle of the sport, a prize that every nation dreams of winning. The tournament also helped to globalize football, introducing it to new audiences and inspiring generations of players. The epic journeys of the European teams, the emergence of new stars, and the thrilling final match captivated the world's imagination. The 1930 World Cup proved that football was more than just a game. It was a cultural phenomenon that could unite people from all walks of life. Section 10. The World Cup today, a testament to Rimet's dream. Fast forward to today, and the World Cup is a global spectacle, a phenomenon that transcends borders and cultures. Billions of people around the world tune in to watch the tournament, making it the most watched sporting event on the planet. From bustling cities to remote villages, the World Cup brings people together. The tournament has grown exponentially since its humble beginnings in Uruguay, where only a handful of teams competed. 32 teams now compete for the coveted trophy, representing every corner of the globe, showcasing the diversity and talent of the world's best players. But the essence of the World Cup remains the same, a celebration of football and the human spirit. It's still about national pride, about dreams, about the beautiful game uniting the world. The passion, the joy, and the heartbreak are universal. The next time you watch a World Cup match, take a moment to remember its origins, the journey it has taken to become what it is today. Remember Jules Rimet's vision, Uruguay's courage, and the legacy of the first tournament. Their dream has become a reality that continues to inspire. The World Cup is more than just a competition. It's a global festival of sport. It's a testament to the power of sport to inspire, to unite, and to captivate the world, reminding us of our shared humanity.